from the bottom of my heart, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching.
For watching this guy's channel, Jody's channel.
Jody's Corner. My favorite.
Thank you so much. YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. More doom and gloom. This is bad. The Directors Guild of America has come out and has spoken. They say they rebuke what Warner Brothers at&t has done. They've given them a sharply worded letter late last night, December 8th. So let's get into it. There's some things in here that is going to really show some enlightenment to exactly how incompetent or how bullyish at&t has been. There have been talks months before this went down, just in case things got really bad, in case at&t wanted to think of the streaming and theatrical run, and they completely disregarded it. All right, so days after the WarnerMedia's December 3rd reveal that it would premiere its entire 2021 slate of 17 films like Godzilla, Dune, and Matrix 4, the same day as theaters, Directors Guild of America has sent a sharply worded letter to Warner Brothers and Sarnoff demanding a meeting to address issues with the plan. The letter, signed by the DGA National Executive Director Russell Hollander, was sent to Sarnoff on the evening of December 8th. It does not explicitly threaten any action, but expresses the Guild's concerns about how films will be valued. The 18,000 member guild, led by President Thomas Schlamm, is said to have cited in the letter a prior meeting with Robert Greenblatt. He already had a meeting with Robert Greenblatt, who was the CEO, I believe, of WarnerMedia. He was then the chairman of WarnerMedia and the direct-to-consumer, and Kevin Riley, then chief content officer of HBO Max. So he had a meeting with Greenblatt and Kevin Riley. Greenblatt's no longer there with the company, but he was the guy in charge back then, in which Warner's had communicated its intention that theatrical films moved to the streaming platform would be valued according to the prices they would command on the open market. So they already had a plan of structure of exactly how, if you do go to streaming, this is what will happen. A source says that the meeting took place on November 17th, 2019. Over a year ago. Shortly after Sarnoff was hired, it was a wide-ranging meeting in the early days of formulating the HBO Max business strategy. This was way at the beginning. Another person involved says, quote, "The spirit of it was to get a fair, free market value. What they've done is a departure from anything discussed in that meeting." Imagine that. We have a meeting in 2019. Like, okay, so what are we going to do with the HBO Max format? I understand you guys want your streaming service, but we do have these amazing movies that should be seen in theaters. What can we do? How can we come to a resolution? How do we make it to where I scratch your back, you scratch ours, so we could both eat off this plate and we could thrive together and move for the future? They took nothing from that meeting that Sarnoff was a part of, and they said, oh, for sure, miss me. We're doing this way. We're blindsiding y'all. It's coming out. All of this thing, the films in 2021 are coming out on HBO Max. It's all good, right? No, it's not all good. We had a meeting a year ago. What meeting? Bully tactics. So WarnerMedia CEO Jason Kilar, another douchebag, he pushed both Greenblatt and Riley in an August shakeup. Fired. Which was announced as streaming plans for 2021 slate without any consultation with the Hollywood community. Without any consultation with the Hollywood community. The Hollywood community, what the freak is that? Well, that's everybody in the Hollywood community. The janitor, the plumber, the directors, the writers, the screen actors, the assistants, the DPA, everybody name up, the key grip. Nobody got word this was going down. This is just exactly how 1930s mafia bully tactics this is. This is an old school Hollywood move. This is old school like a motherfucker, bro. We don't live in that society no more. People don't carry Tommy guns no more, man. This ain't the Tangiers Hotel, man. This ain't casino days, man. It's crazy. They did not provide an opportunity for discussions on the valuation that was offered as a formula that has been poorly received by talent representatives. Industry observers have anticipated that the studio might face legal challenges asserting self-dealing. I don't know exactly what self-dealing is, but it sounds something like you looking out for yourself and you got food on your plate. You got a turkey leg, you got mashed potatoes with smothered in gravy, you got some biscuits, you got greens, you got an extra Cornish hen for what reason? It's only you at this table. You got macaroni and cheese oozing off your plate. And here I am with my plate over here. I got a nice, beautiful looking plate. It's square. It's made out of freaking ivory. It's made out of elephant tusks. And I got the best silverware. And in the middle of it is a leaf of basil. What the freak? That's what it sounds like to me. All right, let's move on. It is rare for the DGA to take such aggressive action. The Guild is the first Hollywood unions to go weigh in on WarnerMedia's move. It is unclear whether others will follow its lead. Warner's tenant director for Christopher Nolan has already made his views known, telling them it makes no economic sense. Nolan says this makes no economic sense, and even the rookie of Wall Street could tell that this is not dysfunction. It's not disruption, it's dysfunction. So Nolan, who is coming out and talking his shit. at&t CEO John Stankey, another douchebag. He says he talked up the deal at an investor conference on Tuesday. So they just had an investor conference Tuesday. He says the executive described the move by WarnerMedia as a win-win-win for its partners, the company, and consumers. Let's talk about that real quick. He described it as a win-win-win for its partners, company, consumers. Now let's talk about its partners. Yes, because they're bulldogging Hollywood and saying all these movies are mine. So the only place that you could come and see it is on HBO Max, which means they're gonna garnish all of the income. So the partners will be happy about that. It's money. The company. Well, the company will be able to get a lot of money, so that's what's going to make the company healthy for sure. And the consumers, absolutely. I can 100% see exactly why a lot of the consumers are happy. Because look, I get to see it on HBO Max for free. Like, it's basically going to be for free because, you know, we all have 5-6 accounts, right? We have our auntie's account, our uncle's account. Not really paying for it. They think they're getting $15 per viewing. Ha, yeah, right. Also, you can just get the torrent. People are going to torrent the shit out of this. But anyway, they're going to get it on HBO Max, right? And they're going to watch it. I don't have to pay $15 to $20 to watch Kong and Dune and Wonder Woman. I don't have to do that. I could do it with just the HBO Max subscription. Got you. I understand how you guys like that. But that's where it ends. It's a short-sighted deal. This is a short-sighted win. This is a short-term win. And I agree with what he said here. It's a win-win-win. What about the future, John? What about the future? Let's talk about, since we talked short-term, how it's a win-win-win. We're here for the long term, the future. Your partners. Your partners are they're not understanding that you have word of that's coming down the pipe now of you pissing off all of Hollywood, which means the directors, the actors that you want, the producers are not going to come to work for you. So your films will suffer and your clout is bad. So no one's going to want to deal with you. Partners are not going to like that too much. The company, you guys already look like the galactic empire. The only thing missing, I think one of you motherfuckers got a Sidious Sith robe somewhere. Good. You guys look worse than Disney. Your company looks bad. Christopher Nolan blasted y'all. Patty says, my films are made for theaters. James Gunn came out and said, this is a blindsiding move, and I ain't happy with this. This is whack. And more people are coming out. The Directors Guild is out here. Agents are already on the low talking about their talent, how they hate this move. Y'all company look bad. That's a long-term L, my friend. And consumers. Well, let me talk about the consumer factor, right? Because a lot of you guys, it's quite simple. Yes, you're going to be able to watch these films on HBO Max, but what does that mean for the future? What it means is, if all films were to come on streaming, that means that the quality of film will dip significantly. When you can't get quality actors, when quality producers, and when quality directors, and when your clout is negative, that means it's going to be hard to create quality content. Also, the money will not be the same because theaters are making a huge bounce back, which means that those $300, $400 million box office budgeted films are going the way of the dodo. Expect $100 million maximum budgeted films. Good luck with what they could do with $100 million for your blockbuster action movie on your screen. Netflix is a streaming service that is the biggest streaming service that puts hundreds of millions of dollars into their films. Let's look at a movie like Old Guard. Let's look at a movie like Extraction. Old Guard was around $100 million for that budget. Extraction, probably the same. How do those movies look? Do those look like summer blockbuster movies? No, they look like Netflix movies. They look like streaming home movies. They don't have that look. They don't have that design, the quality. It's just not there yet. See what happens in the future. But when it comes to HBO Max, you're not going to get those huge, big blockbuster films, and the content will suffer. You love film, the quality of film over time will dip. You've pissed a lot of people off. Christopher Nolan is out of there. I predict that Patty Jenkins is gone. All of that is done. So all the future, I can't wait for the next Nolan movie. Yeah. Go holler at Paramount Universal for that thing. Or maybe even Sony. Because Warner Brothers show ain't getting it. You ain't getting it on your HBO Max app. You gonna get that thing in theaters. So yeah, so here's how it's all an L. All of it is a huge L. And here's the thing. That echoed that Kilar, who wrote a public statement on December 3rd. The memo was the plan was seeing a film in theaters on streaming or HBO Max, which launched May 27th. It has 12.6 million activated subscribers. Here's exactly what Christopher Nolan said. The worst streaming service. He says directors and talent went to sleep working for the greatest film studio and woke up working for the worst streaming service. Because that, look at those numbers. Those are trash. Yeah, you got about 40 million accounts. But none of them even know they're even using those accounts or haven't even activated them. So you got 12.6 million active people who are actually watching content on your platform. That's abysmal. And you've done all this shakiness for that. Now, let me tell you, this is, like I said, in 2021, they're going to get probably 75 million subscribers, maybe in that year, next year, because that's the only place you can watch the movie for $15. People will sign up. What's it costing you? It's costing you long-term talent. It's costing you long-term money. It's costing you in the long-term total, like the totality of it. You're sacrificing long-term for short-term benefit. So this is just terrible, man. Like, if you look at Wonder Woman 1984, we know that Patty got done dirty, man. This is a film that she's been wanting in theaters for the longest, and it's been delayed and all that because Warner Brothers didn't know how to release their film. And now it's just on the HBO Max. And after seeing that movie twice already, it's a shame because that thing needs the theater. That experience needs to be seen on the big screen. But more content coming you guys' way. Let me know what you guys think. Comment section down below. This is just more of the effect that happens when you do shady bully tactics like this. Hollywood is pissed. They ain't coming for you. I'm Jody Joe, and I'm out this thing. Deuces.